What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, so there's some activity happening, but it's in Iran, in Iraq. I know our news has been too busy trying to find reasons to call Trump a white supremacist instead of reporting on real news. And so, what the problem is, what we're not hearing about is Israel has been strategically striking Iran, not Iraq, taking out some key positions over there. I think what they're thinking is if Trump doesn't get reelected, then they need to do what they need to do now. So while Trump's in office, they will have the protection of the United States because it looks like Syria, Lebanon, where Iraqi soldiers are, as well as their armed gangs, are gearing up for a possible attack against Israel. So that's the news that is actually coming out of there. It's coming out of the militaries over there, and it's coming out of independent reporters. We don't even hear about it on our news. So they are striking, missile striking, strategic positions over there. So what we're hoping for is that Iraq stays the hell out of it. And so far, they've been pretty good about it. So we'll keep an eye on that as it develops. Because, again, what we don't want to see is, and Iraq's made it very clear, so has Al-Qademi, they don't want to be the launching pad for anybody, and that includes the United States. So let's hope that they stay out of this, because it would make sense that if it continues and Iraq goes to support Israel, don't be surprised if they don't use Iraq, because it's a very convenient location. Anyways, you guys, I don't know if you're paying attention. Gold set a new record high last night. Silver starting to do really well as well. And so, again, I want to remind you guys, go visit our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. I will leave a link in the description. If you're a first-time buyer and you buy more than $100 worth of metals, or if you're a returning buyer and you didn't spend over $100 on any of your purchases, to go ahead and use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and you will get a free half ounce of silver, which right about now is already about 15 bucks. So you know what I mean, getting there anyways. So you guys, again, I've been telling you, we're keeping an eye on silver and gold, and those as well as cryptocurrencies have been doing very well. So let's keep an eye on there. But again, go visit Money Metals Exchange. I will leave the link. It'll be in the description. All are welcome. All right. Pimpy's Investment Chat, it's the same name as our YouTube channel, okay? In here we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments, okay? And over here we have the hidden things in front of your eyes. In here we talk about NESARA, GESARA, current events, political issues, as well as things that most people might consider a conspiracy. Okay, so here's what's going on. The first article, what is this talking about? Iraqi employees are worried about not receiving their salaries before the Eid al-Adha. Okay? Again, this has been an ongoing issue. This article is long. All it's talking about is, look, they already got the laws passed. These people should be getting their salaries. There's been firm commitments by everybody that they would get their salaries, but this has been promised before in the past, and there's been one excuse after another for delays. So again, that's what this whole article is about, is that the promise from the government that the people in Iraq will have their salaries before the Eid al-Adha holiday. So again, it's we see this article almost every day where people are panicking about their money. They need to get their money, man. If you're working, pay the people. Good Lord, man. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know how you can just continue to go. The Iraq Stock Exchange. Here's a biggie because we need to talk about this already. Rumors are swirling. The Iraq Stock Exchange suspends activities for 12 days. We've been down this road before. People are already hitting me up going, hey, is it true that it's shut down again because of a rate change? Remember, we've heard that before. Remember, we heard the auctions were closed because of a rate change. We heard that the Iraqi Stock Exchange was closed because of a rate change. Does that mean it won't happen? Well, you don't know. That's the thing. But the point is, there's no indication at all that the Iraqi Stock Exchange was specifically shut down for a rate change. If anybody's saying that, they're lying. Okay, they're saying they're closing it down in recognition of the Eid al-Adha holiday. Okay, because I just don't want you people getting all pumped up. Like we went through this not that long ago. If you remember correctly, it was in April or so. We went through the same thing. So just, if they do change it, that would be great. But there's no indication on anywhere that this is happening. Nowhere is that saying that. The joint operations revealed the source of the Falcon camp explosion. Boom. It's you know what gets me about Iraq? They always manage, and I guess it makes sense if you got cameras on your buildings. They always manage to have a camera fixed right where explosion happens. So here's what happens. There are some inside the city where they were told specifically not to store weapons. These were what we would call a light weapons material was stored in there, and it accidentally exploded. All right, so there's an investigation. They want to make sure that that's the case. Anyways, in here it does talk about how there was very strict and implicit instructions that all equipment is outside the cities and not inside it, and somebody going to get a hutting, that's for sure. So, anyways, they're investigating into this. They don't want people to think that hey something happened, but there are some rumors. It's due to poor storage, is what they're starting to say, but they want to make sure there wasn't anybody sabotaging anything, trying to draw Iraq into this conflict that is taking place, or that this wasn't not a strategic hit, but a missile gone astray. You know what I mean? The central banks postponed the payments of premiums due to the 5-in-1 initiative, $1 trillion dinar economy. So again, they're already, they have an excuse to postpone the payments, and we can't have that. I think that's really unfair to the Iraqi people, considering all that they've been dealing with. Let's make sure they get paid. Again, this is just another article. We're seeing about 1 to 2 articles a day on what's going on with their payment. We need this to get crack-a-lacking. So not only is Iraq trying to get their stuff together, but so is Kurdistan. Barzani, Talabani, reiterate the government distancing from political differences. So, even they have their own little spat going on in their political parties. But here's the thing about it. Barzani and Talabani want to just let the people know that even though they have political differences, they still need to operate the government despite their differences. And so I wish we had that kind of reassurance here in the United States. We don't. Unfortunately, we got a political party that just refused to do anything for the American people other than just cause delay after delay. So that's what they're avoiding over there, and I wish we had the same kind of cooperation here. Anyways, in the meeting, the joint head of the political union of Kurdistan, as a major participant in the government, expressed the support of the National Union for the Kurdistan Regional Government. Talabani said the differences between the political parties should not be reflected in the work the government institutes, and all parties should be a catalyst and cooperate with each other in the broad way and resolve their secessions in a dialogue, as people should. This is being professional. Anyways, it's a ongoing article, and they're talking about what they need to do to help the citizens overcome some current health and economical issues. So, the PUK is boycotting the sessions of the Kurdistan Parliament in protest at the marginalization by its allying government and the Kurdistan Democratic Party. So again, at least they're doing it peacefully. So we now have our first protester killed during the protest under the watch of Al-Qademi. There's no real news on it other than the fact it says this guy was shot in the head by a shotgun and he died. So we don't want to see protesters start getting killed. If I was Al-Qademi, condemn the killing and then go ahead and start an investigation right away, because this will cause people to riot. Trust me, I know. I live in the United States. Again, this is another article just saying that the, Talabani and Barzani need to work out the differences. Sometimes the articles repeat themselves. Again, I'll leave the link. You guys can come in here and read them if you want to in great detail. So Al-Qademi's office announces the activation of the sudden control of the roads and only major control of the interests to each government. So it's not a long article, but this says the committee will assume the task of reviewing the external control, contenting itself with a major control of the interests to govern or each government, and being fully equipped in addition to participation in security services. So remember, he wants to control the borders because that does help each country's economy, especially in Iraq, and that's what we want to see happen. Okay, here we go. Parliament's finance. Parliament will receive the 2021 budget in October, and this is the fate of 2020. Now, again, there is talk about Iraq, of course, going back to its normal fiscal period, which would make sense, which would be the year would start in April. Okay, so in their half year would be, what is that, October? Is that right? Yeah. So, and that's what it used to be, but also that would line them up with the other Arab nations that are all part of the Arab monetary or the Arab monetary fund. So, just we'll keep an eye on this, but they're not sending a budget. But keep in mind also that there is a law that says they must review the budget 3 times within 100 days or so. So that would put them towards the end of the year as well. Either way, we'll keep an eye on it. And let's see if inside this new budget we do see rate change. That'd be really nice, don't you think? Okay. So, what did it say? The member of the Parliamentary Financial Committee, Hamdan, revealed the handing over of the 2020 budget to the House of Representatives the next October, starting to work on a budget of 2021 and the Ministry of Finance developing strategy for it. Noting that it would be delivered to the Parliament in October, which would be studied and approved early. Yeah, they need to get that out of the way. That would be nice. October seems to be a big month for a lot of reasons. Voting on the budget of the 2021 early to avoid, deficits and confusion in the work of the government and the ministry. There is no budget for 2020. Okay, so oh man, let's something about this month of October. There's the rumors of when Trump's going to be meeting with the IMF bank. We'll see what happens there. Obviously, they're putting forward their budget in October as well. This all could mean something, or maybe it won't. We will keep an eye on it, all right, you guys? But again, we're still trudging forward. There has been no announcement yet that I've seen of after rescheduling the visit of Al-Qademi to come see Trump. Again, Trump is dealing with, a re-election, plus he's babysitting a lot of Democrats, so we'll see if he can get it done before the election time. My guess is that he will get it done in October for sure. I mean, not October, but August for sure. So anyways, that's it for now, you guys. So nothing overly big, nothing overly dramatic, but, again, we see that the auctions are the stock exchange is closed down. And again, I don't want that to start off because people are like, oh, do you think the rates change? No, we just went through this in April, remember? Remember the stock exchange is down because of a rate change? Remember that? The auctions are down because of rate change, okay? So there's nothing that indicates that is the case. Nothing at all indicates that, all right? So we'll keep an eye on it, but other than that, everything seems to be moving pretty good. And once again, a reminder to everybody, man, there are people come latelys to the gold and silver scene. That doesn't mean that you're running out of time, but the prices are surely going up. So if you're procrastinating, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So I will leave them again. The exchange to money metals will be in the description. And you guys go to the website, buy some gold, buy some silver. If you buy more than $100, use promotional code Pimpy, Pimpy, and you will get a free ½ ounce of silver. All right. Alrighty then. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you are not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. I'll catch you later.